Our city knows the sweet taste of victory. From the Stanley Cup to a Division I title win.
That still doesn't feel real.
A triumph isn't an end.
Now, new stories are being written, and Fox 5 and the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network is following every team on ice. With our UNLV Skatin Rebel national champions.
It's great for the city, it's great for hockey.
How will they defend their title?
Let's bring it home!
And the Henderson Silver Knights, skating with something to prove while building tomorrow's legends.
It's great to be able to teach and grow off a win.
Plus, how our youth teams are teaching kids to fly on ice. And what's in store for the new faces of the VGK, including their monsters in the north.
The Golden Knights are beefing up their minor leagues with the Night Monsters. These teams, our teams.
Where their victories become our victories. Building the future of hockey, one player at a time.
Vegas wanted hockey, Vegas got hockey.
Covering every team on the ice, this is Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Welcome inside another edition of Hockey in the Desert Weekly. I'm your host, Vince Sapienza. It may be October, but the hockey here in Vegas has a March or even an April type feeling. The Golden Knights set a franchise mark, starting the season with 3 straight games going to overtime. But before we get all to the action, let's fire home a snapshot of what is in store over the next 30 minutes. We're going to recap the home openers for Vegas and the Silver Knights. We'll look ahead to Season 2 of the Night Monsters. Plus, I go one-on-one with UNLV Interim President Chris Heavey discussing where we are in the process of the UNLV hockey program getting to NCAA Division I status. In addition, we have the newly minted captain for the Skatin Rebels joining me in studio, but we start with one of the biggest business moves made in Golden Knights history.
Shot by Eichel, he scores!
Well, as you can see, it didn't take long for the chemistry to develop between the Golden Knights' top 2 superstars in Mitch Marner and Jack Eichel. The new duo combined for 6 points in their season opener, and what made the Medieval Maniacs even more giddy was the fact that they know this is just the beginning.
Zone looking, Eichel with a chance and he scores! Pass to Eichel, into the zone, shot, score! Eichel in the dying seconds of the period now, trying to dance his way through, and he scores! Oh, what a goal!
Hours before the puck dropped on Season 9 for the franchise, it was number 9 signing the richest deal in Golden Knights history, agreeing to an 8-year extension worth $108 million.
There's definitely some peace of mind that comes with getting something done, and said all along I wanted to be here and playing for the Vegas Golden Knights, so really happy to get it done. So happy to, continue my career here in Vegas. It's been an incredible place for me, my family, and just very thankful and grateful, and nice to get that out of the way, and tons of thanks to the organization and all my teammates and everyone that's been there with me along this journey.
Theodore feeds it, Eichel has a step to the net, on the forehand he scores!
The new contract keeps Eichel in Vegas through the 2033-34 season, and he now solidifies the VGK core of players signed through at least 2032. Joining Mitch Marner, Shea Theodore, and Noah Hannafin.
It's one of the reasons why I think this is such a special place to play. It's an organization that wants to win the Stanley Cup every year, and as a player, that's all you can ask for. We know they're going to do what's necessary to give us the chance to win, and that's what I want to do, right? Continue to push to win another Stanley Cup here in Vegas, and it was a huge part of my decision.
Eichel skating into it, Eichel has a step, and he scores!
Eichel's deal has an average annual value of $13.5 million, and when it kicks in next season, it will be the 3rd highest in the National Hockey League.
Jack, I believe, deep down was going to get done. I'm not in the negotiations, so I didn't know, wouldn't even guess how it would play out, but I figured both sides, I think, we're wanting to get it done. So good for Jack. I'm happy for him. Great guy, deserves every penny. Glad to see he committed for 8 years here. I think he loves it here, him and Aaron, and enjoys his time here. He's grown as a player here. So for me as a coach, I've said it, it's a real privilege to coach players like that and see them get better in every area of their game. So I'm happy as a Golden Knight, and I'm sure our fan base is too. I know our organization, I know the guys in the room are.
Now, to further illustrate the type of talent and impact Eichel has had on this team, especially on the offensive end, he's the only player in franchise history who has played more than 10 games for the Golden Knights that is currently averaging over a point per game. Now, also prior to the start of the regular season, the Golden Knights signed Alexander Holtz to a 2-year contract worth $1.675 million. The 23-year-old actually came in at training camp as an unrestricted free agent and without a contract. He played in 6 of the 7 preseason games on a PTO, professional tryout agreement. He scored just once but showed enough to earn a new deal. Prior to that, I caught up with him and he talked about how excited he was for the upcoming season. Now, in addition to Eichel shining, Pavel Dorofeyev led the team with 35 goals a season ago, picked up right where he left off in the home opener, netting his 3rd career hat trick, all 3 goals coming in the second period. Now, leading into this game, the 24-year-old was a question mark, even a play, because he picked up an injury during camp. But whatever the issue was, it did not affect his shooting or finishing ability. His final 2 goals came on the power play, which had a new look on the top unit with 5 forwards.
I mean, he was a big part of it last year. I mean, the fact that he can finish from over there really makes it tough on teams to, okay, what coverage you're going to have. They did that last year, Stoney and Pav, and Jack and Hurdle into the bumper, now a different guy up top. But so they've just kind of picked off where they left last year.
One shot, scores, and then definitely those 2 goals in the power play was, were huge. And the guy can score, right? Yeah, it was awesome to see that, especially a guy that, kind of battled through something in the training camp and didn't get a ton of reps in preseason, but, to come out and have a game like that, it's awesome to see, and he's such a big part of our group.
Now, 24 hours later, the Golden Knights picked up their first win of the season and improved their overall record to 15-0-3 all-time in the Shark Tank, but did so in maybe the most improbable way possible. Down 3-2 with under 2 minutes left, Bruce Cassidy pulls his goalie when Eichel throws this puck in the air, and somehow Lady Luck gets this one to bounce past Alex Nedeljkovic. That sends us to overtime, where in the extra frame, Nedeljkovic inexplicably leaves his crease, tries to make a play on the puck. Instead, Riley Smith gets to it first. It finds the stick of Shea Theodore, who slides it right back to Smith for the easy tap-in. 2 points and a 4-3 win.
It's a little bit of October hockey sometimes, so I actually feel bad for him. He played well in there.
Sometimes you get fortunate bounces. You try to put them in tough spots, and I think with bad ice at the end of the game like that, sometimes you get some fortunate bounces.
All right, let's take a trip now to the Pacific Northwest. Players will tell you these road trips are all about bonding, and it seems they're doing just that, because in the second, Zach Whitecloud gets run over by Brandon Montour, and Ben Hutton says, "Not on my watch." Huddy filling in for the injured Noah Hannafin, dropping the gloves and dropping the Kraken defenseman. And then we move it into the 3rd period. Vegas trailing, needing the power play to come through once again, and guess what? It does. Pavel Dorofeyev with an absolute clapper from the faceoff dot, steps into it, gets all of it. 5 goals in 3 games, 4th on the man advantage. They go to overtime again, though the Knights not as fortunate as they were in San Jose. 3.8 seconds left on the clock. Jared McCann wins the battle in the paint and lifts Seattle to a 2-1 victory.
I think we gotta just simplify our game, especially in the D zone, move puck quicker, take a bit of urgency, and gotta find a way to win the games.
They were making it hard on us, obviously. Teams are gonna defend us hard with some of the firepower we got up front. Well, we just need to be a little bit more urgent. It's not always going to be a beautiful tic-tac-toe goal. Sometimes you just got to get pucks to dirty areas and win battles and find pucks. I think we got to do a little bit more of that.
Now the Knights closed out the road trip in Calgary, though scary stuff here. Aiden Hill makes a save off the draw, but his helmet comes loose. He goes to shake it off to signal to the referees, but it's Rasmus Andersson. Didn't realize it. Still fires another shot on the Knights netminder. Now Hill did make the save with his pads, but he took an awkward fall, looked to be in some obvious discomfort. He would finish the period, but not the game. So in comes Akira Schmid in relief in the second period, and he was a perfect 19 for 19, stopping the puck, helping the guys in goal find their footing. And in the third, Vegas scored 4 unanswered, 2 from Eichel, the game-tying goal from Caden Korzak, his first of the season, and his first goal, in fact, in more than 2 years. The Knights picked up their first regulation win of the year, 4-2.
sometimes those games are almost easier where you just get thrown in. You know, you're down to you just play your game. You don't overthink it and just get into the flow.
He was unbelievable, coming in cold. Made some huge saves there for us, especially in the second on the power play for them. Yeah, just timely saves, kept us in the game. So he was solid.
Now for all you fans heading to the Fortress this season, the Golden Knights announced a new locals menu with each item coming at a cost of $5.50. That includes nachos, hot dogs, pretzels, water, soda, and as of this week, popcorn has been included.
Really good partners here at T-Mobile with Levy, our concession partner, and MGM, and we just dug in with them and gave them a lot of the feedback. They knew it, and we want local fans from Summerlin, Henderson, North Los. Like, we want people in the building. We want them to be able to take their kids and have a meal and have a good time at the game. We put on the best show in sports, right? So let's align that with some of our core values and getting families in the building.
Now, despite all the ice, we're just getting warmed up here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, we are heading over to Lee's Family Forum, show you how Henderson fared in their home opening weekend, and I'll explain why fans at the Stronghold also are winning this year.
You're watching Hockey in the Desert Weekly.
Willander gave it away in the near corner. Lazinski threw it across for LeBlanc. Save made Tolopilo. Rebound free score.
With under 3 minutes to play in regulation, Tanner Lazinski scores his first goal of the season for Henderson in the home opener. The 28-year-old tied the game for the Silver Knights, helping HSK earn a point, though they did fall to Abbotsford in overtime 2-1. And it was a tough weekend all the way around for the Silver Knights, who were swept by the defending Calder Cup champion Canucks. Henderson led 2-0 in their second game before giving up 4 unanswered to Abbotsford. It was a disappointing pair of results, though plenty of learning lessons for head coach Ryan Craig and his squad.
For us, we only drew 1 penalty tonight, and it was a delay of game penalty. So we need to work on drawing more penalties. We'll give our power play more touches to work on it. But overall, we had some things we can look at here and get back to work this week. Their support game was better than our game, so we'll have to revisit that. We got a week of practice here to get ready before we head to Ontario. I think we should be excited to get back to the rink and get back to work and keep pushing forward.
Now, like the Golden Knights, HSK has put together a silver savings menu for all you medieval maniacs. Popcorn, fries, pretzels, nachos, and hot dogs, all $5 each, all season long. And the Silver Knights won't be back at their home barn again until October 24th, but the team wants to remind everyone, for the first time, it's free parking all year long at Lee's Family Forum. And Season 2 of the Night Monsters just days away, and earlier this week, the Silver Knights announced 5 players who were with them at training camp have been loaned to the team in teal, including forwards Sloan Stanek, Trent Swick, defenseman Samuel Mayer, and Artur Cholak, and goaltender Cameron Whitehead. And we'll see those players at the home opener this weekend when the Night Monsters face off against the Idaho Steelheads, October 17th and 18th. Those are games that are the first of many you can only watch right here on the Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network. Still ahead here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly, it is time to turn our attention to the Scarlet and Gray. We're going to hear from the university and where the program stands as they look to get to NCAA Division I status, plus the newest captain for the Scarlet and Gray, Joey Carollo, joining me here in studio. Keep it here. Friday night, the Skatin Rebels celebrated their 2025 National Championship one final time with the unveiling of the banner that now hangs inside City National Arena. A night full of festivities that ended with a 3-1 victory against the visiting Utah Utes. Now on Saturday, the Skatin Rebels welcomed UNLV interim president Chris Heavey, where he was greeted with his own scarlet and gray sweater, as well as dropping the ceremonial puck. He and his wife watched the Rebels skate to another 3-1 result and a weekend sweep over Utah, Prior to the game, I had a chance to catch up with him and asked where the UNLV hockey program currently stands with the university and the efforts to help elevate them to NCAA Division I status.
We know there's a lot of passion about hockey in Las Vegas with the Golden Knights and now Rebel hockey showing such great results. So it's something that we certainly hope we can accomplish. Obviously, we got to make sure that the fans are behind it and we can afford the price to move them up to that level, but the competition is that they've shown so far is amazing. You know, it's something the athletic director and I are talking about, and obviously talking to other key supporters to see if it's something that we can get done.
I know it's a work in progress and there's a lot of things. Numbers are the biggest thing at the end of the day, right? Is there a certain threshold or something that you need to see to get there, or is it just more conversation at this point?
Yeah, I don't think I can put a number on it at this point. I think it's something we need to consider. Obviously, college sports is a highly dynamic environment at this moment, to say the least, and so we have to judge a lot of factors simultaneously, but we really appreciate what Rebel hockey is doing and what they've been able to demonstrate in terms of their success and the support that they already have from the city.
So while that conversation continues with the university, we have an equally important conversation about what is going on with the team and on the ice. So joining me for the first time is the newly minted captain of your Skatin Rebels, senior defenseman Joey Carollo. Joey,
sir, great
to see you.
Great
Welcome.
To see you too.
First things first, congratulations on getting the C. But we have to start with what I'm seeing right here. The bling. You got your rings last week. You had the festivities. You celebrated. How does that feel? How heavy is it? And what is the feeling knowing that everything that you accomplished did come to fruition?
Yeah, it's awesome. First glance, just lost for words. Everyone who had a part of it just did an absolutely amazing job, and we'll cherish these for the rest of our lives.
And you can just see the video right there, your teammates, the looks on their faces. What has been the energy and the atmosphere around the locker room over those last few days leading into home opening weekend?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, the returners just see the rings and just see how much hard work we put into this. And for the freshmen, too, they see the rings and they're like, yeah, we want one of those.
All right. So a lot of excitement about what was. But let's talk about the here and the now, and let's talk about you. As I mentioned, senior defenseman. You get named the captain of the Skatin Rebels following their first championship in program history. What does that mean to you? What has been the response from your teammates?
It means everything to me. It's just such a true honor, and super grateful for the opportunity to lead such a great group of guys, and the guys have been so supportive of it as well.
What kind of leader are we? Are we barking at them? Are we nudging them along, or are we just, hey, follow me, guys?
A little bit of both. Nudging them along, but more leading by example on the ice. Pretty quiet overall.
So we were talking off camera before about the weekend that was, and maybe not the results you were looking for. Both wins, you'll take the wins as they come, but maybe not the way you wanted to play. So what is that conversation like? Again, there's a lot going on outside of the ice, but what was that conversation like as you move forward now?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there was a ton of emotions through the whole weekend, and we just had to put those aside. We have to take game by game. Don't let a team take us off of our game. We just have to play our game, take practice by practice, game by game.
What is the message at this time of year now? Again, all the excitement that was, but that's in the past now. Right. You want to go do it again. So how are you conveying that message? What are those conversations like in the room amongst the team?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we look back at certain things. Our coaching staff do exactly what they say. I mean, they led us to a national championship last year. But like you said, that's in the past now. We have to do our thing again this year. Look forward. Not too far forward, though. Just go day by day, opponent by opponent.
So 2-0 start with the opening weekend, and now you look ahead right back at City National Arena this weekend. And in case there wasn't enough festivities, 20th anniversary of the program.
Yes, that's awesome. I mean, to be able to honor everyone who's paved the way for us, it's really cool. And we'll be honoring the Las Vegas Wranglers, the first pro team that was in Las Vegas. And that's actually something super special for me because I grew up going to those games when I was a kid.
And we actually have a video of those specialty jerseys that talk about an homage to the team right there. I mean, those things are clean.
Yeah, they're awesome.
They'll be going for auction after you guys wear them. I have a feeling some of the players might be trying to keep them.
Yes, absolutely. Auction goes live, I believe, on Friday, and we might have to join that auction too.
Lastly, what is the message for the Skatin Rebels supporters for the rest of the season?
Just keep doing what you're doing. We're so grateful for every single one of you. Show up to games on Fridays and Saturday nights, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Joe Carollo, the new captain for your Skatin Rebels, looking to go back-to-back. Joey, appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Take it easy with that ring. Take care of it. We'll chat soon down the road.
Thank you for having me.
We're taking one more break here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. When we return, it is time to clear the ice. Keep it here. Welcome back inside Hockey in the Desert Weekly. It is time to check in on the Golden Knights of yesteryear and take a look at the continuing quests around the National Hockey League. And we start in Smashville, where a couple original misfits have reunited, not only on the same team, but on the same line. Eric Haula and Jonathan Marchessault. Against the Mammoth, it's Marchessault feeding Haula, and then just a couple nights later in Ottawa, Haula to Marchessault, one of two tallies on the night for the 2023 Conn Smythe winner. And over in Detroit, you may not recognize the number, but you will remember the face and skill on display. Nick Waugh showing off that skill to a new fan base, rocking the 55 for Toronto, puts up a goal and an assist in just his second game with the Maple Leafs. And over at the Shark Tank, Ryan Reeves in his second game with San Jose, reminding everyone he's still got it. The 38-year-old gets his first as a Shark's 64th career goal for the original misfit. And before we say goodbye, it is time to clear the ice. And I know the Medieval Maniacs won't like highlighting a division rival, but the Anaheim Ducks provided an elite home opening giveaway with the Wild Wing Mask giveaway. These things are sweet. And it is spooky season, so it's kind of like that Michael Myers type feel. And the crowd shots were absolutely legendary and helped lead to the Ducks. Get this, I had to double check this. 10th straight home opening victory for the Quack Attack. Now, the Ducks announced an overflow crowd of 17,622 as the largest in franchise history. Something about the mask has something to do with it. I think the Golden Knights need to give away Golden Knights helmets, foam heads, something of the sort. We'll get on that. Thanks for joining us here on Hockey in the Desert Weekly. We'll see you next week.